Hey everyone, how's it going? I am Xeracon and I am back once again. Last week or something like that, um, there was a port, I think it was from PC Gamer, talking about how Nier Automata was running better on Xbox Game Pass for PC than it was on Steam. And because of that, people went and they review bombed the game on Steam because it wasn't getting the performance patches that the Game Pass version had received. Um, Now Digital Foundry has come out and done some comparisons between Nier Automata and The Evil Within to show there are differences between these two games that are on PC. Like seriously, they ran these comparisons on the same PC, and there's performance differences, which is completely ridiculous. I mean, it's the same game on the same PC, so there's no reason why these performance issues should be happening, or these differences should be occurring in the first place. I mean, same game. Uh, Evil Within, it had worse performance than the Steam version, and also I think they said that in order to use the first person perspective in Evil Within, you had to log into the Bethesda.net, which I mean I don't have the game, but based on what they were saying, it didn't seem like that was a requirement for the Steam version, which I'm wondering, why is that a thing? If it's not a requirement in the Steam version, it shouldn't be a requirement in the Xbox Game Pass version. And then there was also making a comparison about how uh, Nier Automata had a little bit of performance issues as compared. Well, it performed slightly worse than the Steam version. However, one thing that should be taken in consideration is the fact that the Steam version had to be modded. Steam version had to be modded by fans to make it run better. Uh, and the fact that the Xbox Game Pass version has more patches and updates than the Steam version, which I think again is ridiculous because the Xbox Game Pass version got more updates, but the Steam version didn't get updates, and it had to be left up to the fans to fix the game or make it perform better, even and yet they won't do the same thing on that platform, which is the whole reason, like I said, why they review bombed it on Steam. Now, I'm not going to say that this is necessarily Microsoft or Steam's fault. I blame I blame Square and I blame Bethesda for this. Well, I mean technically by blaming Bethesda, I'm indirectly blaming Microsoft since they own since they own Bethesda now. So wow, yeah. So I guess I am blaming Microsoft actually. But the point is the fact that it's not necessarily the storefront's problem for why these are happening. It's really up to Square saying okay, yeah, we're adding these performance patches and we're doing it for this game. Yeah, so let's just go ahead all across the board. Just boom, tackle everything at once. Instead, there's you know what? We'll only do it for this platform. Because why bother doing it for that platform? That's completely ridiculous. Um, and it's really something that should not be happening. I mean, this is this type of thing that you would expect to see, these type of performance differences. Yeah, if this was different hardware, yeah, I could definitely see that happening because because I think they use a 1060 GPU, and can't remember what the other specs were, but I definitely know it was they were using a 1060. It's not like you're taking a 1060 and comparing that to say maybe a 2060 Super or a 3070 or something like that. Something where you will see those performance differences. Or heck, even if we were saying oh, I want to compare this to a 960 Ti or something like that. The fact that this is all in the same computer and yet you're having these performances, and the fact that also they mentioned that with the Evil Within, that the problems that if you have if you have it on Xbox Game Pass, and it can have an impact on your performance on the Steam version, which I'm what what's up with that? Like, why didn't they like go back and like make sure that this wasn't a problem? Like, apparently it's something with like the registry files, but it's ridiculous that this is happening. And I think that this is something that really should be this is something that we should just like nip in the bud right now, because if this continues, this is going to be like the same. It's going to be worse than the entire like debacle of like Epic getting exclusive games, because this isn't simply a matter of fact of, yeah, like the game is on here and it's down there. This is the game, the fact that like the game is not performing the way it should be, which regardless of the platform you have, I 100% believe that you are entitled to have the best version that is available on the entirety of that platform. What I mean by that is like, if you're on PC, you should have the best performance no matter which storefront you buy your game from. If you want to buy it on Steam, if you want to buy it on Xbox Windows, if when when Xbox for Windows, if you want to buy it on Epic Games Store, if you want to buy it on GOG, provided it's actually on that store, if you want to buy it from uh, BattleNet or the Uplay store, like regardless of the store you're on, you deserve to have the best experience that the entirety of the PC platform can provide you. Plain and simple. Like, you shouldn't have this sort of like, oh, because you're on this storefront, you get better quality than say someone from who buys a game on another storefront. Like, that's completely ridiculous. And like the fact that this is a thing is like, wow, like I've heard stuff like saying like, yeah, like console mentality's coming over. I mean, like, granted, the console mentality is coming over with the Epic Game Store and stuff. It's like, that's the thing. But the fact that more of this ridiculousness is coming over is like, it really just drives me bonkers, because this shouldn't be happening. All right. And I just want to, put this out there, let you all know. I, however, will leave a link to Digital Foundry's video so you can all check that out and whatnot. But at the end of the day, they need to get this fixed. So that'll be it for today. Until next time, everyone, I am Xeracon signing off. Oh, yeah, and wait, one last thing also. I have another code in the description below, so you know what. Go claim that, first come, first served, and all that jazz. So until next time, everyone, I am Xeracon signing off. Have a good one.